Hi, good morning myself. Today we are going to learn about theme 5, that is religion and society. Team is studying about a particular thing or reading about a particular thing as we have discussed in the last video, right? So our lesson is religion and society in early times. Means how was the religion, what religion they followed, how was the society in the early times. We are going to learn now as we have completed like little bit of the lesson in the last video. The remaining lesson we are going to see now. The archaeological excavation shows that many early hunters buried the dead along with some objects of use. Probably they believed that life continues even after death and hence made these arrangements for the afterlife of the dead person. So these archaeologists and all, they will be digging the earth and they'll be seeing what all the things which are left over or is anything of early times can be available there. So like that, when they are digging the earth, excavation is nothing but making a hole or digging of earth. When they made, they found few things like along with the dead bodies, like which were buried so many years back. Along with them, they used to bury some useful things, because these people used to think that after death also there is a life. So they kept the useful things, like for them, what when they are alive, what are the things which they are useful to them, they used to bury along with that dead body. And when these people have dug, they found few things. They believed that, these early people believed that after death also there is a life. There is a probability of a life after death also. At 12th century book in Tamil called Periyapura, Periyapuranam describes the religion practices of hunters gatherers living near Sri Sri Kalahasti, and narrates a famous story of Bhakta Kannappa. So there is a famous book in Tamil language, Periya Puranam. In 12th century, there is a book which is written in Tamil. So that book shows how the people uh, it describes the religion of hunters and gatherers. How are the hunters and gatherers, how they used to follow the religion, what religion they used to follow. Everything was described in that. who were who were living near Sri Kalahasti. And and it also describes the stories of Bhakta Kannappa and all, like all the early people, how they used to live, how they used to follow the religion. And there is also a famous story of Bhakta Kannappa, even that is being described, explained or described or narrated in that book. He acted as priest and made offerings of meat, honey, fruits, and flowers to the god Mahashiva. So what he have done, like this Bhakta Kannappa, he used to act like a priest, and he used to give offerings to the god like meat, fruits, honey, flowers to the god. Which god he used to give those offerings? Lord Mahashiva. He used to give all those offerings. Who? Bhakta Kannappa. To this day, the Chenchus of Nallamalla Hills worship forest goddess called Gangamma by making offerings to her and by dancing. So even now also, this Chenchus early time people, one of the tribal community who will be in Nallamalla Hills, they worship goddess Gangamma there. By making offerings, they'll be giving offerings to her, and by dancing, like they may give fruits, flowers and all as their offerings to God, and they will be dancing in front of her. They also worship Mallaya of Sri Salem and Narsimha of Ahobilam. They believed that these gods had married Chenchu girls and therefore they were their son in laws. So they are telling that not only offering to goddess Gangamma and dancing in front of her, they also worshipped Mallaya or Sri Shailam. The god who is in Sri Shailam, Mallaya, they used to worship him, and Narsimha of Ahobilam. Narsimha, Lord Narsimha of Ahobilam. These two gods also they used to worship who these Chanchus of Nallamala, and they used to believe that these gods had married Chenchu girls. Means these two gods married Chenchu girls from this Chenchu community, and therefore they became means they have now became son-in-law. After marrying their daughters, they became son-in-laws. So they started worshipping these Mallaya and Narsimha also. Early farmers and hedgers. Archaeological excavation in early villages shows that they probably worshipped Mother Goddess or Mother Earth. They probably believed that the crops and cattle would prosper with her blessing. Mother Goddess were worshipped in the form of small image or simply in a form of stone, a tree or a plant. So we all know that this Chanchus of Nallamalla, they used to worship goddess like Gangamma and all, right? So he's telling that archaeological excavations in early villages means when these archaeologists and all, when they are digging the earth, making a hole, they found that they worshipped Mother Goddess or Mother Earth. Means a goddess, Mother Goddess, they used to worship, thinking that if we are worshipping her, she'll be blessing us by getting good crop, so that we'll be able to prosper, we'll be able to grow the cattle more, and we'll be getting her blessing, and we will be prospering, developing more. Mother goddess were worshipped in form, and they used to worship this mother goddess in the form of small idols, small images, or simply in the form of stone. Means in the form of stone or small images, or as a tree or a plant, they used to worship her as mother goddess or mother of earth. See, you can see the picture right there, baked clay figure of mother goddess from Meheragar, 5,000 years old. This is a picture of Mother Goddess you are able to see. The early hedges of the Deccan had left behind the ash mounds. Some archaeologists believe that these may be the remains of seasonal bonfire rituals, just as people still do on Holi. So these people are believing these hedges and all. Hedges are who animal rearers and all are called hedgers, right? So these early animal hedges of Deccan had left behind the ash mounds. They are still behind these ash holes only. They are not been improved in that sense. Some archaeological believe that these may be the remains of seasonal bonfire ritual, just as people do on Holi. So these rituals which we follow on Holi, right? Like what do you say, we'll be burning this idol of Rakshas before one day to Holi and all, like that. They are believing that these are also a seasonal rituals, or remains of seasonal bonfire of these hedges and all. Diwali and Pongal festival, like Diwali and Pongal festival. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you. But don't forget to follow all the safety measures. Stay safely at home. Put your mask, sanitize regularly. Be happy, be good. Thank you.